Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something pretty intense, a first-hand account from inside a high-security forensic psychiatric facility. The story comes from an inmate who calls himself the Buyer, and what he describes is, well, you're about to find out.
Let's start with the Buyer's own words because they really set the stage. Right away, you get a sense of the incredibly dangerous and isolated world he was trapped in.
So he doesn't call this place by its official name. To him, it's Blacksite Berlin or penal psychiatry. And you've got to understand, this isn't just some casual nickname. It's absolutely central to how he sees everything that's happening to him.
And get this, he says his ward was packed, 80%, almost completely, with sexual offenders. Imagine that. It creates this atmosphere of just constant, tangible danger.
To really get what's going on here, you have to see the world through his eyes. This isn't a hospital to him. No way. It's a secret prison, a black site, where the staff are supposedly working for this international deep state, German, American, and Russian interests all mixed together. It's his whole shadowy operation.
Okay, so in an environment like that, you can imagine some pretty bizarre and messed up relationships start to form. To see what I mean, we need to meet some of the other inmates. Let's start with a guy the Buyer calls the Toyboy.
This Toyboy character is just caught in this wild cycle of using people and getting betrayed. He's desperate for money, struggling with addiction, and he's just manipulating everyone around him. He's got this sugar mama fiancé who he's all lovey-dovey with in public, but behind the scenes, he's back with his old Pedo Sugar Daddy and even has another guy on the side, just for the money.
Well, his personal life gets even messier. He's not exactly careful with his digital security, and it comes back to bite him hard. His phone gets hacked, and suddenly someone's blackmailing him for 150,000 euros. He can't pay, of course, so all his private photos get dumped online. Just a total public humiliation. Now, all this is going on, and the Buyer, surrounded by danger, he gets kind of obsessed. He needs to understand the minds of the predators he's living with. So he decides to make his new neighbor, the Pedo Sugar Daddy, his own little case study. He's determined to figure out what makes a guy like that tick.
And when you look at the press clippings about this guy, wow, it paints an absolutely chilling picture. He's the kind of person who systematically builds this whole fake persona of trust. We're talking using anything and everything to lure kids in, even promising them a horse or setting up Minecraft servers.
The Buyer sees this chilling, two-faced nature up close. Outwardly, the guy's helpful, kind, but underneath, he's a cold, calculated predator. The Buyer comes to believe this man literally engineered his entire family life just for the chance to abuse his own daughter. He even gave him a nickname, Mr. 75%, because he was always starting new projects, writing books, learning to code, making music, but he'd never, ever finish anything.
And this next part just shows you how cunning this guy was. He uses his skills as an electrician to build a secret internet router inside his television. He even rigged it with a magnetic quick disconnect cable so he could kill the Wi-Fi signal in a split second if the guards showed up. And get this, nobody found it for 4 years. 4 years!
So this one guy is bad enough, right? But he was just one piece of the puzzle. The Buyer starts to realize he's not just in a ward with a few dangerous people. He's surrounded. It's this terrifying concentration of truly violent offenders.
Okay, so check out his neighbors. On one side, you've got an exhibitionist. This guy also has a history of arson, burglary, and he's tied to a pretty notorious Berlin gang.
Then there's another patient who, in the middle of a paranoid delusion, attacked his neighbors with a running chainsaw. A chainsaw! He killed a woman and critically injured her partner, all because he thought he was defending himself.
And then, his other direct neighbor was a man named Freddie Rudnick, a notorious serial killer and rapist. This guy has been locked up since the mid-'80s for crimes that were just absolutely horrific and shocked the entire country. So after laying out this incredibly grim, dangerous picture of his life, the Buyer finally reveals how he managed to survive psychologically. He found a lifeline, in a place that's basically designed to crush your spirit.
He basically makes a deal with the devil. He goes to his predator neighbor, the one with the hidden router, and offers him 20 euros a month for the password. And just like that, he gets his first link to the outside world in over a decade.
10 years. For the first time in 10 years, the buyer was back online. Can you even imagine? He had a whole decade of history, of technology, of culture to catch up on. And that internet connection, it became his sanctuary. It was his way to fight back. He could finally challenge his mind again, learning about AI and quantum computing. He felt intellectually free. But most importantly, it was a way to escape the crushing boredom and the repetitive, dark thoughts of prison life, not to mention the mental fog from all the forced medication.
It's like he says himself, even though he was physically trapped, he could finally escape in his mind. In the face of just unimaginable confinement, a simple Wi-Fi signal became this profound tool for liberation. His body was a prisoner, but this was how his mind got free. It was his only way out.
So this whole account, this story from inside Blacksite Berlin, it really leaves you with a heavy question, doesn't it? In a world literally designed to break your mind, what does it actually take to stay sane?